Yeesh. We are.
Hey guys, my name is Brandon and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like what you see in here, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button so you stay notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, let's get straight on with today's video.
Right, hello and welcome to my new YouTube video. Welcome back to Is That Brandon. So in today's video, as you can see, I'm doing a bit of exercise. I'm basically on a running machine and, you know, I do this for 10 minutes at least a day, either of walking or obviously when I'm not on camera, like a bit of a jog. So yeah, I have some spare time today. So what I'm going to do is a little video answering some questions about fitness, health, food, sports, tennis, my regime, things like that, just because I haven't done it in a while, and you know, I'm noticing that my body is changing, and you know, I'm able to go on longer jogs or run for longer without running out of breath. I can walk up a hill without being out of breath. You know, constantly drinking water, trying to try new foods as well. So, you know, this is basically just a video all about health, really. I've collated a selection of questions from a variety of websites. So they include Vitality, so that's a sports website, and there's a website called Sweat. And then I've also got some questions from Tennisletics and Apex Court Builders, basically more tennis and sports related. So we'll just go straight in. I'll answer some questions first, and then I'll kind of just talk to you about me, myself, and kind of like how, oh, I didn't even think I was filming there. I go about doing my fitness and stuff. I don't even know if I was on the camera shot there because I wasn't even looking at myself. I am now. So the first question I've just come across is, how many times a week should I exercise? So I think on the website I looked at, it says how long is a piece of string, in terms of like, well, exercise depends on you as a person. There's no limit or there's no minimum that you should be doing. I think it's just one of those things of the more active you are, the less likely you are to have some sort of health problem or, you know, feel weak or not be able to do something. So I think just any form of exercise, even going for a walk, even this at the moment, I don't think I'm losing any calories, but it is helping my body just to stay active rather than just, you know, sitting down. In terms of how many times a week you should exercise, again, it depends on yourself, your body, how busy you are with your lifestyle, and do you have any side hustles that could be healthy for you anyway? Are you doing something like, you know, walking a dog, so you're technically actually exercising then, because yeah, dog's going for a walk, but then so are you. So yeah, I think for that one, it's just ensure that you're active. If you've got 10 minutes and you're just sitting down, actually just go for a walk around the block, because actually that can make so much more difference to your body than just sitting down. And then that kind of follows on to the next question, how long do I need to work out for? Again, I'm not a sports person, but I think, you know, hopefully by sharing this video I can get sports people over to my channel, people that are into their fitness, people that are into their health, people that are into their, you know, working out, muscles, gym, that sort of thing, and get people onto like a podcast or a video, you know, giving their tips, their suggestions and their help for other people. Because yeah, I've had a lot of people in my DMs asking me, you know, am I looking to lose weight, am I looking to tone up, how has my body changed over the years, am I looking for a coach, and things like that, do I want to track certain things? And I'm like, actually, I've done all that. I already had my, you know, people helping me. I had this one girl from school, she listed down kind of like how I should be splitting up my meals throughout the day, how many calories I should be eating, what types of food I should be eating, and then obviously on the board behind me, you can't see it here, a list of food and vegetables and stuff that I try and just make sure I've got in the fridge or the cupboard. So, you know, your fibres, your calories, your meats and your chickens, your fish, your, you know, salady bits. So yeah, I think it's just, I want to try and draw a new audience from this channel, you know, reconnect with people from the past who I know were into this sort of thing, sharing tips, opinions and things like that on the fitness, and also you know, having conversations with people, because it's important, especially for guys. I think a lot of guys are self-conscious with how they look, me included. So, you know, it's just kind of, what can you do yourself for yourself without having to spend money, or go under any sort of treatments or anything, and just feel good within your body. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. Hopefully that kind of gives you a bit of a background as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. How can I warm up and cool down when I exercise? So, I mean, for me, as a tennis player, my warm-up is literally just a couple of hits in a rally, probably a couple of serves, little walk around the court, like nothing too mad. But then you've got to think, for people that maybe go to football, their practice could just be kicking a ball backwards and forwards. And those that go to the gym, maybe their walk from home to the gym is their warm-up. So, I don't know. But yeah, I think what a warm-up and a cool-down is, a warm-up is kind of to get you energised, something quick, something to get you like having energy, and then the cool-down is like you've done all that hard work, and now do something to kind of bring your adrenaline and stuff back to normal. So for me, this is kind of my workout. As of right now, my warm-up was mentally preparing myself. My warm-down probably be bring the speed down to 1.0 and just walk for about 5-10 seconds, just to kind of bring me down to a normal speed. This is actually quite an interesting question. So what time of day should I exercise? Again, it does depend on you and your lifestyle, I guess. I think for me, it's probably better during the day. So when I'm not working, obviously I don't get back until 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So for me, going for a little 10-minute walk, absolutely fine. I'm not going to be doing that in the street. But then again, also weekends as well, waking up at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, quickly having, a glass of water and taking my tablets, then doing a little bit of a workout, and then having something to eat, because I'm not going to then eat and then work out, because that just doesn't really work. I'll be, I'd just be nervous that food's going to, come back out. So I definitely work out first, get myself hungry, and then treat myself. I would mainly do it morning and afternoon, because then you're set for the day. You've done your hard work, you've sweat, you've done whatever you need to do, you've had your water, you've had your food. Now you can go and enjoy the day and know that you've been active, as opposed to have the whole day and then you're basically working out to go to bed. Unless you're up early somewhere for the following day, then yeah, quickly work out before you're going away, and then you may feel energized, you may be able to get a longer amount of sleep. So yeah, it kind of depends what works best for you. I just have had a look on the Vitality website as well, and they've said that there is some evidence that training in the late afternoon between 4 and 6 p.m. can provide the best outcome due to fluctuations in your hormones and temperature throughout the day. So yeah, that kind of goes against what I just said in terms of getting things done in the morning and afternoon. But I guess yeah, between 4 and 6 before you have dinner or after you've had lunch, just that little bit of break in the late afternoon. And then again, it does just say people that are early risers might prefer to get their exercises and workouts done in the morning, whereas night owls are probably better to get things done in the evening. How do you stay motivated? Well, I was young once, and there's many photos of me on Facebook or things that I've been tagged in where I just look awful. I was obviously 12, 13, 14, whatever, going through puberty, body was changing. I've always been a big kid. I mean, I'm 5'9" now, but this is probably the second healthiest that I've ever been, bearing in mind, since February of 2025, I've not had any alcohol. So I'm trying to, keep off of that. One, as a cost, because it's just a cost, which is how I think about it. And two, also, yeah, it wasn't exactly helping my physique. It was kind of making me feel weak. It was making me feel tired. I wasn't able to go out, and I wasn't enjoying going out. So yeah, that's one massive change that I decided to make in my life, which actually is going really well at the moment. But yeah, like I said, I know this is my only kind of fitnessy sports video, but I have posted videos of me or photos of me playing tennis. I do regularly play tennis, but obviously I just don't post all of that online, because sometimes, yeah, it's just nice to just do things behind the scenes, and then just come out with a changed look. But in terms of staying motivated, I think for me it's just kind of looking up to people who are already on their journey, have already made those changes, have made those fitness decisions. Like I said, I don't follow a lot of fitness people on social media. I've got my social media more for myself, but every so often I'll just see someone post a nice photo and I'll be like, oh, I'd love to look like them. Or, walking along the beach or something, you go, oh, these guys have their shirts off, I could probably do that one day, but just not right now with the physique that I've currently got. Can fitness be a hobby? Yes, I guess like anything else, like with knitting, sewing, photography. fitness can be something that becomes a hobby, like going swimming. I love going swimming. Haven't done that in the last few years, but for me it's more walking, tennis. I did try squash, again, wasn't really for me, but those are the things that, yes, I enjoyed as a hobby, and also I was losing weight and making energy and all of that sort of scientific stuff. So yes, it can be a hobby because it's something that you enjoy, it's something that you're around nice people, or it could be something you do by yourself. That's the thing with a hobby. Some hobbies are better to do alone, some are better to do with company. And yeah, there's a lot of clubs, so you potentially could have like a tennis club, a cycling club, swimming club, where you're going and you're forcing yourself to go, but you're actually making good connections as well. And then what to eat before and after a workout. Again, like I said before, you don't really want to eat too much before you work out, because yes, you can run or work it all off, but then you don't want to feel like you're heavy before you're actually going for a run. So I'd say before, probably a piece of fruit, banana, packet of raisins, apple. I don't eat apples, so I'd probably stick with banana. But yeah, something light, or a load of water. I know people have like their vitamins, their pre-workout milkshakes and stuff, which I don't do any of that. But again, if it works for you, then that's great. And then I guess after a workout, you've got to think, you've done all that exercise, so you want to eat something that's healthy. So ham sandwich, or a burger, or something, well, maybe not a burger, but like chicken burger or something, or like a wrap, or like, I don't know, halloumi fries and something that you're going to enjoy, and it's not going to make you then put that weight back on that you've just lost. Why is fitness important and necessary? I think it's one of those fundamental things of life. If you're not feeling good mentally, and if you're not feeling good physically, you're going to just struggle on a day-to-day basis. I think for me, also having my sweat problem, so the hyperhidrosis that I diagnosed myself with, which is a story within itself, basically just constantly sweating and constantly being hot, it's not just a health condition, it's probably because of the way my body is as well. So if I'm shaving like body parts, like armpits and my chest and whatever, and I'm also trying to lose weight, that could help with the hyperhidrosis. So I think all the different body issues and sensitive areas that people have can all interlingue with each other. So yeah, I think fitness is important because it won't just help you, it will actually just make you feel better, and your connections with other people. Like you'll be in social places and actually enjoy socialising. You'll go to work and actually enjoy hanging around people, not thinking, oh my god, am I going to sweat? Oh my god, how do I look? Oh my god, are people going to take the mick out of me? You'll just enjoy who you are and actually just have a good day. And that's how I see it, just one day at a time. Just take it one day at a time. Do a little bit of fitness, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, whatever. And then does fitness affect mental health? Absolutely, of course it does. If you don't feel good and if you don't look good, you're going to then have all these negative thoughts about yourself. You're going to think, again, similar to what I just said, do people like me? Is there something wrong with me? Why is my body looking like this? So I think just being healthy doesn't necessarily mean you just have to eat vegetables every single day for every single meal, and you can't eat chocolate, because you shouldn't get rid of it from your diet completely, because then your body will crave it 10 times more. So I would say, have a chocolate bar, go for a jog, have some chicken or fish or vegetables or something, and then kind of just balance it out. Just make sure you're having more good than bad. That's kind of how I see it. So I don't think I'm going to ever completely cut out biscuits, chocolate, ice cream, but I have it a lot less, 90% less than what I used to do, because I'm craving the fish, I'm craving the chicken, I'm craving, salad, which I would never have assumed myself to have said. Craving salad, that's not me. But apparently it is now. So I think that's the thing as well. Over the years I've tried a lot more new foods. So cucumbers, lettuce, celery, red onions, the purple one, whatever they're called. Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called. It comes with like Jack Daniel's chicken. The purple that doesn't look like it's nice, but it's actually quite nice. I can't remember what it's called. So that. And then all the mange too, sweet corn, carrots, tomatoes when it's blended, not an actual tomato, peas, green beans, so you name it. A lot of the salady and vegetable things I now eat. Obviously I will still avoid tomatoes and probably onions, unless it's just in a little bit mixed or whatever, but so even halloumi, I hadn't eaten halloumi I think until when I started university. I had cheese, obviously, but I didn't know that I liked halloumi. Where should you go for advice in terms of fitness? Again, I think firstly, just think about what you want to achieve. Where is it you want to go? What is it you want to do? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to tone up? do you have any friends that are already on their journey of bulking out or losing weight or toning up? Can you just start with the free courses online on YouTube, things like that, rather than having to go straight to someone and pay? I guess it is a quick resolution, because if you pay someone, you're going to get a good service back, because they obviously may be a content creator, influencer, posting their fitness and workouts online, and they could be someone who genuinely just does care about people and people's health and things like that. So yeah, and also I would try and find someone who's kind of on the same level as you, so whether they kind of look similar to you or similar body shape, because then they can understand you and your needs and what you need out of them, basically. Have a little look at videos online, even videos like this, like just listening to other people's journeys or getting in conversation with people. If anyone has any suggestions, advice, whatever, for your younger self, for anyone that could be watching this, for me, I'm trying to constantly always lose weight and tone up a bit, so any advice, just chuck it in the comments if you come across this video, however you do. And yeah, I might do another Q&A soon, or get some guests and collaborators on. So again, if you'd like to get involved with that video, podcast, sending in questions for me to answer or links for me to check out, just throw them in here, because I'm not a sporting channel, this is not a fitness channel, but it's a channel where I can just talk about anything with anyone, and just let loose and just be brave. Do I need to follow a training program? I would say no, because every day you don't have to do the same routine, you don't have to do the same thing. You can kind of just make it up as you go along. That's the important thing, and that's the exciting thing about you having your own body. You kind of just work out what your body needs on a day-to-day basis. One day you might train your legs, next day you might train your arms, next day you'll just go for a walk, but whatever you're doing is good for your body. So yeah, you can either have a routine, but I personally would just make it up as you go along. Should I lift weights for strength training? So this kind of throws me back to when I was younger and I was at the gym for the first time. It was kind of that thing that my dad forced me into it, really. It was kind of, needing to lose weight, needing to tone up, needing to be like the other kids at school, which never ended up doing that. If anything, I probably am a lot stronger with everything else that I've done, bar the gym. But, I was doing the weights, I was going through all those little machines, the running machine, the bike, the stepper, the boat. So I've done it all, and I joined about 3 or 4 different gyms at different times to try and use their facilities, or meet nice people and things like that. And I did meet quite a lot of good people. Obviously, people in there are supportive, because if you don't know what you're doing, someone else there has experience. Whereas now, if I was to step into a gym and I would have someone that I can see that doesn't know what they're doing, I feel like I could actually help them. I don't look 10-10 how I want to look, but I'm definitely on progression to get to where I want to get. So I think that's the thing. That's why I want to connect with other fitness people, to kind of just inspire myself to be like, I don't need to look like these people, because they obviously work very, very hard on their physique and on their body and things. But it's nice to just see these people are happy, these people are doing well, and I can be happy and do well by going on my own little fitness journey. There's other questions here. So how often do I need a rest day? Again, completely depends on yourself. If you feel like you're doing too much exercise one week, just tone it down. What is it? Less is a lot, or whatever it's called. Less is more. So kind of, do like a 10-minute run rather than an hour run. Do a 5-minute walk rather than a 10-minute walk. So yeah, just cut down, but do less exercise on a regular basis. That's what I would advise. How can you measure your progress? Again, you can take photos of yourself to kind of show your progression of how you're changing. You can look, you can see if you feel healthier. You can, see if your friends or anyone notices and says nice things about you, saying, oh, you look good, or you look in shape, or whatever. So yeah, you can measure that by just being around other people. But then yeah, do you just feel happier? Do you feel like you can do things better? Are you getting quicker with your exercises? So yeah, that's probably how you can measure your progress yourself and through others as well. So I've got 2 final questions, and then I'm going to bring this video to an end, because I feel like this has been going on for quite a long time. So how do I set good fitness goals? So obviously online there's this thing of SMART goals. So you need specific goals that are measurable, achievable, relevant and time bound. So for example, my specific goal could be, I want to be quicker on the tennis court. Measurable, how do I measure this? Okay, well, if I feel like I can actually reach the balls that I wasn't able to get last year, that's a measurable goal. It's achievable, how? So what can I do to make myself faster? I can lose weight, I can eat better food, I can continue with the drinking, continue with the no drinking, sorry. Relevant, you know, more practice on the tennis court, playing with better players, making sure I'm going to the social sessions every weekend. So they're the ways that I can ensure that I'm achieving those goals. And then time bound, when do I want to achieve that goal by? Next week, next year, 2 months time? That's more of just a generic goal where actually, you know, this time last year there were people that would drop shot balls on the tennis court and, you know, I wouldn't be able to reach it. I'd get halfway and then just give up. Whereas now, every single ball that comes over the net, as soon as I see that yellow thing in the sky, I'm darting on the tennis court trying to look for it. I know if I can't get the ball because I haven't tried, whereas if I actually try, I probably think I'm not going to get there, I get it and it goes over the net, or, you know, it goes in the net, but I tried. So yeah, I'm a lot better now than what I used to be. And then the final question, just before I pass out, is what else can I do to take care of my mental health, or my health generally? So yeah, in terms of mental health, I would say just talk to your friends, talk to your family, people that you've got in your life. Just, you know, use these people. I think that's why you've got your friends, that's why you've got your family. I guess friends are the ones you choose, family are the ones you are just brought up with, but it doesn't mean that they don't have any advice for you. My family have great advice for me, you know, content that I should and shouldn't be posting online, outfits that I should and shouldn't be wearing, clothes that do and don't look good on me, you know, certain colours that look better than others, whether I have a haircut or not, whether I should get a piercing or whether I shouldn't. So, you know, I think that's the thing with family and friends. They're going to be honest, they're going to be truthful with you, and again, at the end of the day, it's just advice. Just because they say do something, it doesn't mean you have to do it. You can negotiate and you can say, actually, I think this is better, I think that is better, but it is just advice. And I think people will always want the best for you, which is why they're there in your life, because you're not going to have people around in life who are just going to be negative. What's the point? So yeah, what else can you do to take care of your mental health? I guess, yeah, talk to people, listen to people, reach out if you need help. Again, that's not an industry that I am kind of in, really, like the mental health therapist or counselling or whatever, but I've had my counselling, I've had my own therapy, you know, I'm a lot better now. I am a much better version of myself than I used to be. So I am still a bit strange. I do talk a lot, and, you know, I'm always wanting to take photos and videos of things, but then if I don't get memories. And, you know, I am a complicated person, and I know that, and I know I've lost a lot of friends, but I have also gained a lot of friends, connections, you know, so I think I'm a bit of a mixed bag, and that's why I have mixed reviews when it comes to people and what they think about me. But at the end of the day, the most important person in your life has to be yourself, because no one else is going to make me exercise, no one else is going to make me work out, no one else is going to make me stop eating chocolate. I have to do all of those things myself. And then just, yeah, genuinely taking care of your health. You've just got to think every day, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, are you eating more good stuff than bad stuff? Does it kind of counterbalance it out? I see it as like a bit of a battle. Like, I've got team red over here, team blue over here. Red is bad, blue is good. Okay, I've just had a chocolate bar. Okay, red team's winning. But then I've just had 3 bananas, so actually the blue team's caught up. And then, you know, I've had a pizza, so, you know, the red team's kind of catching up a little bit. But then I had a fish cake, so the blue team's come back. So it's just a very weird way of working out whether you're eating healthy or not. But yeah, like I said, every day you could just do it like that. Team blue, team red. What are the good foods that I'm eating? What are the bad foods and bad drinks that I'm drinking? Like, I've had a Diet Coke, oh no, but actually I've had an orange, so yes. So yeah, that's what I would do. Do it as like a little bit of a game, because at the end of the day, you don't have to have a plan right now, and actually every day is a new plan, because you wake up and go, okay, this is how I look today, this many kilograms, I've not had anything to eat, it's a clean slate, let's start all over again. So that is it for this video. So it's been going on for a while, and like I said, it's definitely a very different type of video to what I've done before, but I've been on here for about 27 minutes and 37 seconds, so I've been walking for a while, and I don't know how much of the camera is in shot, but hopefully some of those tips, some of those bit of advice, some of that motivation, you know, has helped, has kind of like touched a nerve to make you go, actually, you know, I should be working out, or actually, you know, this guy's done it, so, you know, it's not that difficult at the end of the day. And, you know, I just hope to resonate with people, to be like, look, you can change now. I started my kind of health journey from back when I was at uni. Obviously I was drinking, I was going out, I was having fun, but then I was also taking, you know, help and advice from people. So I was eating healthily, I was having my counsellor, my therapist, things like that, and I was also not eating as much chocolate and things like that as the years went by. So yeah, as of this year, no alcohol, very limited chocolate. Obviously I'm not on the dating scene, I'm not really looking for anyone, I'm kind of just still, I'm talking to some people obviously, but I'm not forcing things, because again, I think 2025 I want to continue focusing on myself. It's all about self-progression really, but yeah, focus on myself and yeah, see where I can be this time next year. If you did enjoy my video, like I said, a bit of a different video, I'll edit it and see if it actually comes out any good. Yeah, if there's anything that I've mentioned here, or anything maybe I haven't mentioned here that you think is important for this type of subject, conversation, then drop it down below. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I feel so much better now that I've gone for a walk for about 25 minutes, but it is starting to get a bit warm. But yeah, until my next review, until my next video, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. I need to turn this off as well. This is my warm down. You know, we're talking about having the warm down. This is my warm down, bringing it slowly down. Oh, that's the slowest I can go. So if we just power it off, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. I feel very lightheaded as well. All the plugs are off and we're sorted. So yeah, until my next video, thank you for watching and see you later.